Hello everyone, hello and greetings from Silver-Quill, here on the interwebs, on the YouTubes. I hope you're all doing well this fine Friday, or possibly Saturday, or perhaps you're watching the recording down the road. Either which way, I hope you're doing well. It's been a heck of a week for me, so I could use a bit more of a laid-back weekend. Oh dear, I think the first thing I saw was someone saying, no more, no more. Let's see, just making sure everybody's working right, because we got a lot of folks in the chat, especially on YouTube, who I want to say hello. So hello to you, Adam Leisman, Komodo Steel, Cherry Fluff Belly Official, Gojline91, Redamon 565, Pokemon Fire Eevee. And down we go. Oh, hello, Digi Sketch. I'm glad you could be here. I appreciate you spending your Friday off with us. Mary Drake and Enderpup. And then Infinite Warlock. Good evening to you. Michael Billington. Luna Brony. Champ to Stay. Elizabeth Snowbell. Ven Pie. Mary Drake. Crash Bandicoot Edward 469. Greatest Time. Eha. You get the award for longest screen name. Lucky Cat 1993. And over on the Twitch, I saw one viewer at the moment. You never know. And it's Cherry Fluffbelly. But it's good to see y'all. Good to be here. Good to have you here. Oh my goodness. This week has been quite a run for glory. Mostly dealing with taxes. Oh, the taxes. It takes everything out of me. Trying to tally up all those numbers and, well, sometimes very often being disappointed by the figures. I wish I could say that Bronydom has propelled me into an entrepreneur, but either I'm not a very good entrepreneur or it's time to expand, diversify. Oh my goodness. We have some more folks in the chats, like Nexus Galaxy and Inquisitor 751, Hunting Rangers 123. You're trying to add 50 pages to your book. All right, well, congratulations. Keep it up. We're rooting for you. And if you doubt me, just listen. And Crash Bandicoot is, funny enough, playing 2025's WWE, getting ready for SmackDown. I don't know, are you still ready for John Cena playing a heel? That was such a big surprise to everybody. It made even Jon Stewart on The Daily Show do a double take. It actually became a political metaphor. So that is the power of a heel turn. But I am not here to turn heel on anyone. No. I figure I do that quite naturally. And Adam, at least when you have the right of it, taxes do take a lot out of anyone. And maybe not the super rich, but I am not super rich. So forgive, I've had a lot of chances to reflect and feel disappointed, but then remember good events that happened at going to conventions, and I felt way better. So, I don't, money, I'm not going to pretend it isn't important, but it also is not the whole story. But for now, it is time to commence to begin, so let me take you off our title card. And we are once again visiting Digi Sketch's character design, working on a little more, what's the consistency in the design, even with a very wonderfully outrageous mane. Because all that's left is this one side, this profile shot, where I will strive to make it a bit more like this three-quarter turn. Excuse me. I also grabbed a slice of pizza. I find few things are as good for when you're feeling a little exhausted than some nice pizza. And none of the None of the chains. No. Well, actually, I go to Walter's Pub House. They've got a really great pizza. They live nearby, but they do have 4 locations, so I don't know if that really counts as a chain or not. Anywho, and we're going to need some pretzel rocks if the... Come on now, computer. Oh dear, I fear I have so many tabs open, it's just like, nope, forget this. I cannot deal right now. Come on, pretzel rocks. I need you. Well, Pretzel Rocks is being a big old party pooper. So we'll just go with the good old backup of Apple Music and the Oh, wait. Just the minute I threaten to go away, it starts going. All right, I'll trust in everyone to let me know if it's too loud. Alrighty. So first things first, we gotta get a little bit more consistent on this here back end of the bangs. But we're coming along. So I wish I could say it's been a more interesting week, but it is true that taxes do take a lot out of you. But that's not going to be my only refrain for the evening. Let's talk about some good news. My dad, who was dealing with prostate cancer, has finished his 5th and final gamma knife treatment. I believe I called it the electric scalpel at one point, but nope, the proper term is gamma knife, which if nothing else sounds really cool and should be an attack by the Incredible Hulk. Marvel Rivals should get in on that. But, well, there's nothing like cancer to really scare. Even the word just immediately frightening. But there are different levels. This was early detection. And so therefore, I'm confident in my papa's recovery. But I also, and I haven't announced this before, my uncle also had to go in for what turned out to be 4 bypass surgery for 4 spaces, 4 valves, a quadruple bypass. And boy, that was a lot. He had the surgery yesterday, was recovering well, but it's going to be hard these next couple of days because your body has gone through a huge amount of traumatic and invasive surgery designed to save your life, make no mistake, but still demanding a lot. So, you can see how this week's been a bit of a run for me. Oh man. And next week, I shall be off and away to good old California. And Babscon's final celebration, which I wish I weren't going under quite those circumstances, but such is the way. This is the way. Love, there's a joke of a stormtrooper trying to rely on GPS, but he got the Mandalorian version. This is the way. This is the way. This is the way. And he's going to hear that until he reaches his destination. What happened to the music? There we go. Adam Leisman points out that in parts of Europe, like Denmark, the local word for cancer is regarded as a very strong profanity. Well, being diagnosed with such, I think you're allowed some profanity. Whoop. Here we are. Oh no, this is out of sync, out of alignment. There we are. So I do want to say this before I go too far into my Babscon preparation. I salute all the musicians who stuck with, I believe it's Pinky Boo, who was the musical manager and liaison for Babscon, but 3 weeks out from the convention, Pinky Boo got let go. I do not know the full story behind why. I'm sure there are any number of theories, but the sad truth, everyone, and there's a bit of irony in this, is that lies spread faster than the truth. Again, I wish it were not so, but, well, that is life. So I think it's important to take, especially online, take everything you hear with a certain, I won't say cynicism, but skepticism. Especially online, where the truth is easily distorted. Here we go. Whoop. Here we are. I don't know about, well, Digi, you're in the chat. I'd love to get your thoughts on how this looks. Champ to Stay wants to know where my Silver-Quill character is staying while he's still working on Cast of the Quill. Well, he can be a bit of a vagabond. He'll appear in places you just wouldn't expect. That's all I'll say for right now. How many Burn conventions are still holding out at this point? Well, on the international scale, I don't know. Alrighty, let's look at Equestria Daily. Still has, I believe they still have a convention guide. Patreon ads. Support us on Patreon. Oh, well. Let's see, I know Galacon is going on. I know that there's a convention happening in Scotland. Meanwhile, we're still looking forward to Everfree Northwest and Ciderfest. Winnie City may or may not be on next year. They took a break this year. But that all is the realm of the future, and we'll be there in due time. Digi, I'm glad you like how I have interpreted the your main. It's very nice. Velpacula Einfield, good to have you, but you gotta get going. Have a great weekend. Take care. Oh yes, I should also go back to Champ to Stay. Couch surfing is something of a thing of the past for me. Most of it's now online. I've been enjoying Studio C and their various sketches. My favorite being their poker tournament. And oh, to my great joy, Ask a Ninja returned today. Totally out of the blue, unexpected, did not know this was happening. But there in my feed was Ask a Ninja. And it was not uploaded multiple years ago, it was today. Let's see, Mad Munchkin, glad to have you here. Always happy to see you, the Maddie. And a good evening to you. Now, thoughts on the dire wolves, Romulus and Remus. Well, oh wait, is this the direwolf cloning? I only heard about this talking in a writing group this week. Oh, yeah. So basically, they cloned two dire wolves, which are supposed to be an extinct species. And lo and behold, they named them Romulus and Remus after the two boys from who founded Rome, but were nursed by a wolf. Oh, Fish Kepper has to go as well. Need to go home and make dinner for the family. Well, I hope it's a fun dinner and a good weekend. Take care. Alrighty. Well, I have to admit this went a little faster than I thought it would, which is nice. I mean, usually I think I'll finish faster than I actually do. So it's nice to be wrong in the opposite direction for a change. There we are. So now I have a pretty good turnaround for Digi Sketch. If you want other turnarounds like 3/4 behind and then the posterior view, just let me know and we can tackle that. Okay, they're technically not dire wolves, Maddie points out. They are essentially modified white wolves. But if white wolves are descended from dire wolves, I don't know. Either way, this is a start. There are some species where we screwed up. I mean, the dodo, hunted to extinction. Oh, and I'm hearing vocals. I hope you know my policy on that. Sorry, wake me up, extended mix. But then here's the thing, because of their extinction, other animals have moved in to take up that space in a biome. Nature fills a vacuum, no matter what. So to bring things back is a huge environmental consideration. In some ways, it could be our penance for hunting something to extinction, but also we might just make the situation worse. I don't know. I am not forward thinking enough to plan all of that. Oh, and this is interesting. Pokemon Fire Eevee says that jackals are the closest to dire wolves. Intriguing. I'm gonna have to look more into this. Oh lordy, if you could clone me in real life, I've always thought, wow, if only there was a me that could stay at home, a me that could go to work, a me that could go to a convention, all that good stuff. Of course, then one me would surely resent the other, and so on and so forth. So yeah, that would end badly, really badly. If you kill your clone, is that technically a form of suicide? I shouldn't joke about that. That's a very serious topic. But it is a very weird thing. A weird concept. But anywho. One quill is enough for the universe. I appreciate both Enderpup and Bad Munchkin reminding me of this. Lumity, welcome. Sorry to have you come in on such a weird conversation piece, but you know, we try to keep people guessing. Alrighty. So, while Digi will let that cool for just a minute, I'll also show y'all what I was working on Common Writer wise. Yeah, I've been seeing this error a lot. It's rather annoying. Boop, 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 boop. Here we go. This was the helmet I created based on what we talked about. So, honestly, I started looking outside Common Writer for inspiration. Case in point, the multitude of Navy or Air Force masks from World War II or around that era. But also oh, pardon me, The Tick. And mostly Arthur's design. So I borrowed a little bit of that, but none of it's really, I'm not sure I'm happy with it. I'm not sure I am satisfied with this iteration. Maybe it goes a little too far back. Maybe it just doesn't look approachable enough. What? What has happened? What? What an annoying, vexing screen. Restart the capture. Thank you. A pox on thee, OBS. You done did me wrong. Okay. Ah, Cindy Helms, you started watching Kamen Rider. Excellent timing. Oh dear, Swordbreaker 12. You have no worries about me ever making out with my own clone. I don't consider myself that attractive. If anything, that would just be... No, that would be really, really narcissistic. Okay, so is it behaving itself now? Okay, good. Jeez, what the hey? I thought it was behaving itself. Okay, so let's go again. This was the mask I eventually created for Silver-Quill. Kamen Rider Quill. And then it was based mostly off these World War II era flight masks and maybe a little bit beyond. But then apparently there was a new show of The Tick that I didn't understand, and I liked the design of Arthur, especially those glasses, goggles. But I am forever questioning myself and saying, is this the right look? There's one other aspect. So I started looking at bird-themed helmets or masks. And so there were fun things I'd like to try out. So once again, these guys didn't quite work. This one looks far too alien. This one, the concept didn't really work, but I will take... Ah, yes. I forgot I put a mesh over this. A little something to make like an LED mask. Still, I'm a little embarrassed that for about 23 minutes you all have been hearing me. You've all been hearing me talking about something you can't see. Apologies for that. But such is my life. Alrighty, we're gonna put this guy back on the noggin. Apologies, head, but you need to feel a little lighter. So light, in fact. Hardly knew you were there. Oh, but let's keep those hair frond or hair sprouts. Yeah. There we are. Yaha. This is my prep before Babscon, but I don't want to lose an idea while I'm at it. And so therefore, because, you know, I used to lie to myself and say, oh, there'll be time I can do it during down periods at the convention. There are no down periods at a convention. Not when you're a community guest. Not when you want everyone to have the best possible experience. And so therefore, to work you go. There we go. Slightly larger. Let's also get rid of this pointy chin. Whoops. Wrong object. No, you're no fun. Wow, no fun at all. Let's try this again. I have to admit, I'm probably a little clumsy because I didn't get a lot of sleep. After processing all that had gone on regarding taxes, I stayed up real late playing Red Dead Redemption 2, which I hadn't played up until this point. More than a little embarrassing, but it's the truth. Es la verdad. There we go. This won't do. I need to bring my references a little closer. Otherwise, I'll constantly be seeking them back and forth. And forth and back. I want to capture a few things off this particular helmet that I'm moving and selecting right now, because it's a fun idea. Maddie reminds that there's no downtime for me, especially when I do a panel every single dang minute of a con. Let's see, bird theme mask. You should take a look at the crow's mask from Dragon Age. Graphic novel has a killer design. Intriguing. Pardon me while I Dragon Age crow's mask. Images. Oh goodness. I think these are safe for work, but one, this thing is freaking me out. That's one scary, scary creature. The fact that you can wear this in the game. Now here's maybe perhaps a corvid calling mask. So you call corvids? Caw-caw, caw-caw. There you go. Oh no, that looks interesting. Oh, but I don't have the hair for that. Why you make me so jelly? So jelly. Let's start here. Yes. We're going to make this fan out over here. I had another idea for this. This is only going to be step one, and I won't reach the conclusion tonight, but by gosh, I'm going to try to have something good. Oops. That's true. I do a lot of panels. I say, looking at the Babscon schedule and where they put me on such things, Friday is going to be the Run for Glory. I think I have all but one of my panels on those days. I would tell you all, but I feel like I should wait for the announcement from the convention itself before talking about scheduling. Otherwise, I might embarrass them or myself with poor communication, and I do that plenty on my own. No need to spread it around. Cosmos wrote, Hawkman was an interesting idea, which I kind of feel like this one right here. That seems like a cool Hawkman mask. But I want to try different things. Now then. So we covered this half. And then we cover down here. Ooh. Aha! Some stray bits. I was wondering what was trying to connect to my structure. You do not get to take my structure. I worked hard for it. Here we are. Whoop. Bring that up, and let's finesse these angles. I don't want a purely hard... Yes, this is better. Slightly rounded corners. Alrighty. Now then, let's start with the boy beak. This is where this owl mask is like, oh yeah, I don't need to make the beak like extra big. Just practical. With perhaps some angling. So let's make you more curved. Little curve here, a little curve there. Here a curve, there a curve, everywhere a curve, curve. Kamen Rider had a mask. E-I-E-I, rider kick. Here we go. Getting there, but I feel like I should tighten this up some more. There we go. Feels less intrusive now. Let's see here. Overall, your thoughts on the Kentucky Roller Derby or the Sea Pony comics? Well, champ, I need to reread those because after I turned things over to Trinary, who I say is doing a wonderful job, I took an extended break from the comics. And I know that the Kentucky Roller Derby ended with a celebration of healthy competition, which I'm glad for. But, ultimately, how can I best put it? The comics really need to play to their greatest strength, i.e., they have the legal permission to use both G4 and G5 characters. And with so many people wondering about how we got to where we are, I feel like we're not necessarily owed, but we would be very grateful for someone trying to fill in those gaps. And I believe the comics do that. These one-offs where essentially they're just doing another filler episode of the show with very little by way of actually answering any questions. I just don't feel the same energy for it. There aren't a lot of character explorations that I can offer. There we go. This is starting to look rather interesting. Let's see where else it can go. Whoop. Now, I like the idea of that somewhat frowny face or frowning brow. Thoughts on the Minecraft movie? Well, okay, I'm aware of two things. Reviewers or film critics are denouncing it. Fans are loving it. And that actually brought into question a video I saw today from Second Wind, the folks who left The Escapist and started their own YouTube production. So in this, it talked about the nature of entertainment in light of AI's ascension. That AI is, well, first off, we have to acknowledge the environment that precedes it. Entertainment these days seems to be less about art and more about a consumable product, which, hey, I grew up in the 80s. A lot of cartoons were just big old toy advertisements. I do not deny it, but I am glad to point at anything that proves otherwise. Or, no, I should say instead that I'm grateful for people who sought to be more than that, who actually made it real characters. Now, I haven't yet seen the Minecraft movie. Good gravy, this music is coming in pretty loud. So I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard of the conflicts, the disagreements over its quality. But also, and this part's really important, apparently people are reacting very strongly to a scene of a chicken riding zombie, which is directly from the game. Having not played Minecraft, I have no idea what this character really represents. I just know that people really have strong opinions, so much that they throw popcorn or even bring in raw chicken to throw at the screen. Don't do that. Think of the staff. This is up there with folks booing at Equestria Girls showings when Flash Sentry got on screen, or when people make a big ruckus about Szechuan sauce given their love of Rick and Morty. Oh, hello. Ah, I see. Didn't I? Yes. Yes, I know there's always an error in processing these objects. What are these objects? But a big thing that comes through in the video, and indeed the Minecraft movie, which may entertain as a consumable product with a lot of fun and game references, but may not work in a genuinely artistic style. And I feel like both movie reviewers and fans are coming at it from two very different angles. But AI itself is just a product. It's not, there's no intentionality behind it. There's no sense of what a person has put their true effort into, because it's designed not to have that much effort. Now, I do appreciate that the people who are working on AI really hoped it could be more useful in, say, medical fields, where it could help with simple diagnosis, not to replace people, but to facilitate their time and hopefully lead to the discovery of new cures, including a cure for that word I don't like, cancer. So again, I ask that people just think for a minute about the impact of their actions. In fact, I learned one of the best definitions of stupidity is to be aware of the consequences of one's actions. Failure to do so is what makes one truly stupid. And you folks are not stupid. I know that all y'all can think your way through the consequences of an action, the hopes of an action, all that stuff. Cherry Felpelli, you still wish there was a cure for diabetes. Yes, my good friend, I don't want to give out real names. She's not in the brownie fandom, but a very good friend of mine and I went to go see Black Bag this past Wednesday. And Black Bag, I didn't find terribly interesting. It's a whodunit set to a spy's world. Set within a spy world. You're basically seeing a spy cast a net to try and determine who is interfering with a very secret project. Problem is, there's not a lot of action, and you're not always understanding the whys and wherefores behind the characters. There we are. So, but my friend has diabetes, and she started to fall asleep. We had lunch before, and she was starting to go to sleep, and I was concerned that one, she's not having any sort of attack, and also that she can drive home safely. There we are. Okay, we're coming along. We're getting where we need to be. Yes, the chicken jockey incident. Digi Sketch is correct. Stewards do Mad Munchkin, who worked at a cinema, but in Scotland, I think it's even worse here in America. Stewards do not get paid enough to clean up after 300 people 5 times a day. And AI isn't inherently bad. I will agree, Digi Sketch, but its application needs to be highly considered, scrutinized, and there needs to really be a defined board of ethics of its implementation. Nora! Oh, it's good to see you. Everyone, let us give a cheer for Nora Mermaid. I shall enjoy seeing you at Babscon. I know the weekend is not shaping up the way it looked even just a month or two ago, but knowing I'll get to see you is a highlight. Alrighty. Now, first off, I feel like, this triangle is too, shall we say, equidistant. There we are. Yes. Wish I knew which object was causing this error. Yeah. Man. It's hard to do much of anything. People, there's a suggestion section on Adobe's forums, and someone has already proposed, can't you identify object path join? Why are you not working? Anyway, oh, no wonder. So, what am I trying to say here? And saying it very badly, it seems. I think that's an excellent suggestion. I think that Adobe should really get to work on that, because it's pissing me off being told that we're encountering an error, and I have all kinds of objects, all the objects. It's objectionable how many objects there are. There you go, a little, whoop, just a little. Whoop. Now, we'll duplicate this, put it behind. Add just a little bit of 3-dimensional mentality behind it. Just going to do this until the top of the hour, at which point we'll switch to Le Video. There we go. Now I just have to shift the beak over just a little bit. There we go. There we go. And maybe just wedge it over a skosh with a little rotation. There we go. See, right off the bat, I'm liking this a little bit better. More emphasis on the eyes. The beak is not so intrusive. Words are hard, Enderpup. And the illustrious Q has joined us. Welcome, Q, who I will also get to see at Babscon. Alrighty, now we need to do this, ba-doom, ba-doom, and make them like this. It's not apparent right away, but you zoom in and there are a bunch of little itty-bitty triangles. Although a touch... Let's try to edit that. Golden ring jive. Come on, where's... Cancel. Alright, for the moment I'll leave it as it is, but at least maybe make it 50%. And they're very small. Why are they so small? I should have a swatch here. Cancel. Summer. I have no idea what these swatches are. Yeah, here you are. Copies 5x5. Size the tile to art. Okay. Done. That's a little bit better. Ah, yes, and as established, a common writer is not complete without their gem. Right about there looks good. Now, instead of antennae, I don't see why I can't emulate this little style. So let's add some feathers. But I'll style them, at least in part, to look like Silver-Quill's actual quills. Here we go. Boop, boop, boop. Drew. Boop, boop. Here we go. So let's group all this up. Whoop. Get it where it's supposed to be. Gonna turn this into the Pathfinder. There you are. And so, therefore, boom. Now I just need to change the angle of the gradient. Not quite 90 degrees. Negative 90? Better. But it's not direct. There we are. Whoops. That's good. Now we're going to make it hard light. Ooh. Maybe not. It's normal, but we'll put it at 50% opacity. There we go. Make it look like it's sort of a ghostly projection. Ooh, I am the spooky ghost. Alrighty, and then a central, more rounded feather. Here we go. Ta-da! And, well, it's not necessarily true to nature, but I do enjoy a bit of symmetry. Especially in designing a character to use on YouTube. Because then you only have to worry about, if it's symmetrical, you don't have to worry about flipping the image back and forth. And then, once again, minus 90 degrees, not bad. All right, minus 50 degrees then. Nope, yes. Make you 50%. There we go. Or did that work? See, I'm liking where this is going so far. I'm laughing on the inside. Good stuff. Enderpup, what happened? Well, I'm redesigning my Common Writer idea again. There's just no stopping me sometimes. Let's see. We're going to take this a little further out. So that one can see. Yes. All right. Yeah, but can you save? That's all I care about, computer. So far, so good. Liking where this is going. Though I wonder. If I move this up a little and connect it to become the rim of the mask, how will it look then? Experimentation. Now, there's an interesting point to be made. Here I am borrowing ideas from other created pieces, other people's models of a skull, what appears to be a skull face mask, a bird-themed Viking helmet, war helmet, all this stuff. But the thing is, it's intentionality. You can see me making choices. You can see me wrestling with what does and doesn't work. And therefore, even though it starts with contributions or recognition of other people's creative work, you get to see my own creativity at play. AI doesn't let you see that. It doesn't even give reference or homage to the very people from which it steals. What do y'all think so far? Right now, maybe it's because I just designed it, I'm liking the design on the right a bit more. But maybe it could use a little more. Yep, boop, boop. Come on now, where's the... There we are. Let's see which is layered more incorrectly. This or that? Good gravy. Ah, no wonder. Eh. And of course, come on, work with me here. Ugh, I'm getting real tired of that message. Yeah, here, we'll just put you to over here for a minute. There we go. Yep, it is save time. It is the top of the hour. Hello, Star Singer MLP. Good to have you here. Let's see, Phineas and Ferb are coming back. Well, I'm glad for the friends, but, I'm glad for friends who enjoy the show. But once again, I'm an old fuddy-duddy. I never really got into Phineas and Ferb. MLP is my main interest. For now. I have no idea what the future might hold. Okay, good. That'll work. Now, it's time to start video, but let me just get these situated right. There we are. Okay. So, I'd be interested in folks' thoughts. Alrighty. Digi Sketch had to bow out to make dinner. Well, have a wonderful dinner and a great rest of your night. I will send you, I guess I would call it a turnaround proof of your character. Oh, there's a spam bot? What? I don't see a spam bot in the chat. Boy. All right. I'm also hearing messages of spam bots, which I do not like at all. But it's time to close on Illustrator for now. Good night. And it is time to import the show. How do I select? Oh, I see how this is going. Bronies React thumbnails. I guess I've been trying different thumbnails, trying to see what would really get people's attention. There we are. Come here, Sisterhooves Social. Now, I like my things up here. Window. Workspaces. Well, this thing has a weird properties. I don't need this, as far as I'm aware. There we go. This is what I usually use. Wow, and it already used up the whole blessed shebang, but that's not what I need. First, I need black video. Start time is at 59 seconds, 59 minutes, 59. Oh, God. Read. 59 minutes, 55 seconds, and 0 frames. So when I finally do put in a little black, this is a holdover from when I worked for a news company, or perhaps it was more accurate to say HD, the first HD network. Alrighty. And then at the end, put another 5. Ten frames with the crossfade. Oh, gotta make sure this is on so I can navigate. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoa, how long are these crossfades? I only need 10 frames, by gosh. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. There we go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. There we go. Okay, so I have a spam bot on the Twitch. And that will not do. I do not tolerate the twitchy spam bots. Oh, wait, are you talking about the pretzel rocks? Gaffergon, hello? Yep, there we go. Alrighty, if you're Mayor Drake, if you're referring to the pretzel rocks, that's just letting us know the name of the music being played, which in this case I think is helpful. Because a lot of people will ask, hey, what was that song? I really like that song. Well, check the chat. It'll see us through.
And smell of smoke.
Let's just start in on smoke.
Smell of smoke. Smoke.
You all can hear this, right? I haven't... Okay, good. I haven't muted it for you.
Smoke. Smell of smoke. Smoke. Smoke.
Now, there's one thing I really want to praise about ponies. They did invent fire alarms, apparently. That's important. Always make sure you have working fire alarms. Yes, this Sisterhooves Social is my favorite in the entire show, which is kind of funny because you can argue there have been more emotional episodes, more action-oriented episodes, and I wouldn't disagree. But when it comes to personal favorites, that's not always the criteria. Oh, they must have fire departments, Cosmona, but I have to wonder, with cutie marks dictating destiny, the question is how well staffed are they? I just realized Sweetie Belle freaking teleported.
Mother!
I'll have you know.
The passion takes over.
Oh, what is Pretzel on about now?
Your body.
No, do not talk about... This is a family-friendly... Not really, but... This is a faux family-friendly. Yes. Now, I need to do a quick little search. Hondo Flanks and Cookie Crumbles. This Hondo is based on My Little Pony Sporter. Was he not? I believe there was a... No, and for some reason people are showing rifles. That's not something I expect to see outside of a Michael Bay clip involving My Little Pony. From it there, I was trying to recall, there was an episode of My Little Pony called The Threat of Somnambula, who was brainwashing ponies. But the Big Brother ponies, they charged in to save the day. And Sporter, who looks a lot like Hondo, was very proactive. I think he was trying to rescue Buttons. I need to find their designs though.
I'll have you know that Sweetie Belle here cooked this yummy looking breakfast all on her own.
I figured. I didn't know you could burn juice.
I've been given.
I didn't know you could burn juice.
I've been given directions. I wouldn't be surprised if she's got a cutie mark and fancy cooking by the time we get back from our vacation.
Vacation? Is that this week? As in, starting this very instant this week?
All right.
Let me guess. Applesauce. Nope. Toast.
She is the picture of innocence. Now, I wonder if there's a clip of this online, or am I going to have to... There was an episode of the show Family Matters. Matters Burn Jello. Key and Peele, Family Matters. Laura's hair falls out. Oh, sorry, I'm viewing this off screen. Nope, I don't see it. I'll have to find the episode itself. What happened to the toast? It gave up being toast. It's basically accepted entropy, or in this case, Sweetie Belle's cooking.
We're gonna have the bestest time two sisters could ever have. I'm gonna go grab my stuff from Dad's wagon.
So, now wait a second. Your time to sound a little sick.
You gonna eat that?
But I've got such a long to-do list. Oh well, I suppose spend time with your sister will just have to be added to the list.
Just a few necessities.
You can tell they're related.
Just a few necessities.
How do you burn juice? Wouldn't it just evaporate, Pokemon Fire Eevee? You know, how much pulp is in that juice? There's a question. See, we're getting to the real heart of things, with inquiring minds wanting to know. Now, let's see. I need some cartoon videos. My Little Pony. Trying to think of some episodes where Rarity was moving with a whole lot of stuff. So there was Sleepless in Ponyville. Pardon me a sec. I also need to get my converter going. Yes, you don't need my camcorder. Converter. Sleepless in Ponyville. Then there was Celestial Advice, all bottled up. Campfire Tales. There you are. The boat episode. Yes, The Fault in Ourselves, was it? Nope. Season 8. Make it till you make it. Now, why am I doing this, making this harder? Here we go. Little search function, fault. I don't think this is it.
It wasn't until you're...
Yep, that's not the right episode. What was non-compete clause horseplay? Granny's Gone Wild. Oh, that sounded so wrong. Mod couple. What lies beneath? Sounds of silence. Nope. Uncommon bond. Already got that. Marks and recreation. Triple threat. No, that's where Ember meets Pharynx or Thorax. Not asking for trouble. Royal problem. Honest. Hard to say. Parental guidance. It's funny, Venpipe notes, it's funny how MLP probably addressed the consequence of having too many things packed, and yet it wasn't Rarity's fault. Oh, what am I using, Warlock? This is Wondershare Uniconverter. It both allows me to download videos from YouTube and convert a variety of things from one file format to another. I do have Handbrake, but I found it to be this bit more user-friendly. Pony point of view, that's what it was. Oh, jeez. That was driving me bonkers.
There's a... I had brought a small bag with just a few key essentials. All right, ponies, prepare yourselves for luxury on the high seas. That's great. Just another...
Oh, well. I think these three will be a good... good companion. Hello, Master Code. I was looking for episodes where Rarity packed an absurd amount of luggage to show that, per Sisterhooves Social, they are indeed related.
Never fear, my way. It's not that burn.
That is holding on. In a strong wind, it will crumble away into ash. At this point, you're better off letting the ash drift and say it was a loved one taken too soon. Oh my. Enderpup, I find a typo hilarious. The episode where they shank a boat. I understand you meant sank a boat, but shank a boat sounds way more hardcore. I'll cut ya, boat. I'll cut ya.
Never fear, my dear. I'll get the proper breakfast going. Of course, let me just get things started. Get things started.
She has eggs. In our modern context, how much do those cost? In fact, it's appropriate that I'm doing this close to Easter. I mean, I'd love to see what Rarity would do with Easter eggs.
Rarity, I thought you said I was gonna help. You are. You can put the garnish on the plate. You need is parsley. Okay, now easy. It has to be just right. You need to rush. No, that's what? Just easy. Okay, now easy. It has to be just right. No need to rush. No, that's too slow. Careful! Back up! Looking for perfection here. Not bad.
Are you kidding? That people would pay for that kind of service. Yes, I've got the episodes are converting off screen. Probably too. Madam Lisman, what's too much today?
Add.
Why place food someone was going to eat in your mouth? Well, I guess it depends on the situation and how hungry you might be.
There are some things I must put. Can you take the towels to the laundry room? No problem. I'll make myself useful.
See, this is part of the reason I love this episode. Sweetie Belle is so innocent and enthusiastic. It's a side of her we'd have to eventually say goodbye to as she became older, more mature, and really the brains of the Crusaders. Doop-a-doop.
I told you I'd make myself useful. Surprise! Emma, you washed my incredibly expensive, one-of-a-kind designer crocheted wool sweater.
Okay, that may be a designer, but I think it's pretty ugly. I mean, like the greens and the pinks and violets all clash. I can't see Rarity wearing anything like that.
Do you know how hard these things are to come by? What's the big deal? The big deal is that in the heat of the sun, wool shrinks.
I'll tell you all a quick little story. Gorge Lion, you got to head out soon. A good friend is planning a stream in a few minutes. Well, have a fun time, and I wish them great success. So have a good one. Oh God, if Spike gave that sweater to Rarity, well, she was kind enough to keep it, but just don't feel, just because it's designer doesn't necessarily mean it's good, you know?
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Back to work.
Now this one I'm gonna put off at the end as an image file sequence, because just the great expressions in this episode. I mean, we've got, okay, barely controlling anger, fighting it. Oh, my best Popeye. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. Toot toot. And then Super Kawaii Desu. Oh my goodness.
I must create. Yeah, you're Samia. Go to work. I must create. Sorry?
Now, why is Sweetie Belle shouldn't be saying sorry on that one?
Sorry?
I mean, like, that wasn't her fault. That thing was right there in the open, fully visible. Rarity just didn't have great spatial awareness.
Huh. Stay out of trouble, okay? Please? I just want to do something nice for my sister. Ugh, I'm so bored. When is Rarity gonna finish her work?
Now, let's see here. Yes, I want to make sure I say it. I thought there was a fan-made video. Bored. A lot of people use the clip of "I'm so bored." Nope. This was like way back when, in the earliest days of the fandom. Sweetie Belle bored meme. No, I don't see it. Oh, that's too bad. Oh, God, Mary Drake. You don't want to see a Silver-Quill Super Desu. Super Silver Desu. Initiate Kawaii mode. La 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 la.
Not in trouble for that. This needs something. This needs something. Hi, Rarity. I made a special drawing for you. Hi, Rarity.
I mean, I know art is subjective, but man, how bad was it that Rarity screamed aloud in terror?
I made a special drawing for you. Oh, those be gems? Well, yes, but I know you have more in your workroom. But these are extremely rare. Maybe no sapphires. I need to put up more extremely rare. Oh, sorry. Sweetie Belle, what am I going to do with you? What am I? Sweetie Belle, what am I going to do with you? Oh, we could paint together. We could ride bikes, play chess, sing a song, catch frogs, pillow fight. That's not what I meant.
Should be. Aside from catching frogs, that sounds pretty good. Yes, I too want to hug Sweetie Mary Drake. Welcome, Parker Boots. You're not late, you're right on time. And hello, Zelda fan 6284. You know, ever since I got Noteworthy's screen name really wrong, I've never been sure about numbers. Not in the online sense.
Oh. No, I have to go and find... Oh, you and... No! Help! I'm picking up these papers and stacking them neatly. Put the pens and pencils back exactly where you found them, and the police got something to do.
Now that's just impressive. It's very impressive. I like what they're doing here.
My inspiration room! What did you do? What did you do? When I saw the big mess in your room, I thought I'd clean it up for you. This wasn't a mess! Not for you.
Squeaky Bell is also one of my favorites.
This wasn't a mess! It was organized chaos! I was just about finished.
Yes, they do, Enderpup, they do, the Cutie Mark Crusaders do get just a little bit taller as the series progresses. People have done height comparisons, so a little bit of growth. Just a little bit. And then, of course, the tremendous growth spurt that is the final season, final episode.
My new passion, you went and you put everything away! But every time I make a mess, you get upset! But this was my mess, in my house!
Yeah, I identify with both Rarity and Sweetie Belle. Wanting to be helpful and productive, but also very highly territorial about my space. Interesting, Vampire. A lot of artists used organized chaos in order to crave Do you mean create inspiration? I'll tell you right now, my house is so messy, I'm pretty sure they could spark a second renaissance. Just clone them. We'll see. Hello, Shocker27. I'm working on clips for a panel at Babscon talking about Sisterhooves Social.
And now I have to start from scratch! I thought it would make you happy. Happy!
There's another image set.
I just need some time alone. How's the single Rary's going? Why?
Well, let's see. Here we go.
Why, it's smashing! Huh?
Oh, you don't need to read social cues to know her attitude right now. Oh, that's dark. Yes, Shucker, that's the season 2 with the Mud Pit.
I just wish we could do something special together that didn't include me goofing anything up. Oh, the Sisterhooves Social! Applejack and I do it every year. You and Rarity can compete against other sister teams in all these neat events. That sounds like the perfect way for us to hang out. Rarity will think it's an excellent idea. What a ridiculous idea. A contest at Sweet Apple Acres. So what, younger bracket? Sweetie Belle, watch your tone. I am still your big sister. Right, and any sister who cares about her sister goes. Well, her sister loves her, her sister, and any sister who cares about her sister goes. Sweetie Belle, honestly. Playing silly little games just with or without a sister.
Oh, and here we go. Here's Sweetie Belle's image set.
Well then, maybe I'll try the Sisterhooves Social without a sister.
So hang on, I gotta.
I think we'll try the rest of my life without a sister. Oh, I'm the one who's ruining your life.
Whoops. Turn the sound back on. Re-engage. Yes, that's the word. See, I am just not myself. I don't have a great mastery of the English language when I'm tired or off kilter. So that's my excuse anytime, especially at the at Babscon. Oh yes, I do love the Sweetie Bot parody of that scene, Interpup. In fact, let's just see if we can find that. Sweetie Bot, so much strength. Here it is. Oh, but I
have so much strength inside of me that you don't even know what I could do. If the world isn't going to love me, then I'll teach it to fear me instead.
Oh no, I'm so scared.
wonder if I should put that in. I'll keep it available as the...
Really? Have you looked around this place? I'm the one who's better off with no sister. Well, it looks like we finally agree on something. Neither of us needs a sister. Deal! Deal! Goodbye, unsister!
Ah, Rarity. Even when you're pouty, you're adorable. And fabulous.
Uncouth? She said the Sisterhooves Social was uncouth?
Yeah, uncouth. Wait, what's uncouth? It's not just the social. He thinks I'm uncouth.
Honey, everything's uncouth.
What's uncouth? What's uncouth?
It means uncivil, you know, bad-mannered. Exactly. Sweetie Belle, just give her some time. She'll come around. Sisters always do.
Okay. Big thing in this episode. So, wait. Okay, sorry. Continuing my initial thoughts. This episode is great for showing how Applejack and Apple Bloom get along and work together. When so many episodes, conflict is them struggling with difference of opinions. But I'm distracted because if you follow Applejack's line of sight, she's not looking her sister in the eye, and Apple Bloom is eyeing Applejack's hat. I don't think that was what they intended, but it's just kind of funny. Reminds me of that comic where Apple Bloom asks if she can ever have Applejack's hat. And even at Applejack's grave, she tries to take the hat and lightning strikes at her. So she knows her sister's watching over her for all the wrong reasons. When am I on kilter? A fair question, Mary Drake.
Not sisters like Rarity.
Come on now. Apple Bloom and I got some chores to finish up on. Maybe you can help.
You sure you want me to help? I just mess everything up.
Oh, come on. That's just stinking thinking. Watch.
Here, I need to change a setting. General. Show event. Show projector. Maybe it's under timeline. Set focus on timeline when performing the insert overwrite. Yes, please. Again, Squeaky Bloom, adorable.
Since we can't sell the bruised apples, we gotta collect them all for the pigsties. It's a lot of work, so we make a game of it.
There we go. Now we're behaving.
Wanna try? Okay.
Okay, wow. Just one frame. But look at how much effort they put into the expressions. And then there's the music having lyrics again. Sheriff Fluffbelly wants to know, what does kilter mean? You know, it's funny. It's a word I use a lot, usually in the phrase off kilter. But I've never heard it just defined on its own. Kilter, proper or usual state of condition, order. So if you're off kilter, you're off your usual game. You're not quite yourself. You have no proper balance. So maybe being off kilter is my kilter. I'm just not sure anymore.
Ow! You're right. It is hard work. That's why we do it together. We're never. Oh, right. Oh my! It's usually a big mess in here. Idea! This is genius. I shall call it full spectrum fashions.
And we will never see these again. Although I'm going to ask everybody right now, which color outfit would you wear? I mean, honestly, I'd probably go with the orange. Big old hat, cool glasses. Seems a bit more gender neutral. To Pig Boss, oh, good to have you here. And you'd go with blue. And your pup says green. I wonder if I could get the orange and a blue ensemble. I don't know. But then again, maybe it's good to think outside the spectrum. Alrighty, so blue, green, Parker Booth wants blue, Mary Drake wants purple, Pokemon Fire Eevee is yellow, Venpai is a fellow blue, Shocker 27 is the green. See? So Rarity has definitely created a spectrum that people would enjoy.
No matter, she still shouldn't have touched my things without permission. She still shouldn't have touched my things without permission.
The power of the harumph.
Apple Bloom, you're up! They're making grape juice?
Okay, I have some issues. I don't know if this is how grape juice was ever made back in the day. Oh, but that's a cool pose right there. I have to remember that. All right, no, we got to find this out now. The question is fresh in my brain. Stepping on grapes to make wine. No AI overview. Wikipedia ain't much better. The alcohol well, okay. Bladder presses and basket presses are often modern, efficient, but they lack the enduring romance of the original winemaking method. I would not call it romantic. I would call it unhygienic. When you throw bunches of roller and auger, it shreds them up the stems. Stomping is a workout. Okay, I won't disagree with that. An honored tradition. Okay, but here's my thing, folks. Honored tradition does not necessarily mean it should keep going. There are plenty of honored traditions in our culture that we abandoned because they were cruel or sent the wrong message. I'm not a fan. Sacred process of... All right, let's just see here. Just hygienic. Okay. Stomping grapes plus hygiene. Spelled hygiene wrong. Okay, though the thought of feet in your wine might raise some eyebrows, I'm thinking more it would raise some lunch. But rest assured, foot treading is perfectly safe method when proper winemaking practices are followed. Well, there's the thing. How do you know they were being proper? I'm focusing on this way too much. This is the classic pitfall of a reviewer, to spend 30 minutes on a 10-second scene.
You're making grape juice?
Oh yeah, grape juice. Now, I love the idea of Applejack running like a moonshine or a distillery. There's your honest pony.
Rarity would call the fashion police on me if I got grape juice anywhere near her precious outfits. Well, that's silly.
Apple Bloom.
Please, Applejack, she didn't mean... Whoa!
How do you like them grapes, little whippersnapper?
I remember there was a comic of My Little Pony where the town basically had a prohibition on sugar, and so Sweetie Apple Acres became a speakeasy.
Oh, Opal, boo. It's as if Sweetie Belle knew the sweater was perfect for you.
The contempt in Opal's eyes is delicious. I'm gonna say it. Opal, the cat, is still more frightening than Opaline, the alicorn. Charlie Fluffbelly notes an epic grape stomping fail. Let's see if we can find it real quick. Epic grape stomping fail. Oh, this is from a while back. Let's take a quick gander.
You ready?
Ready to try it?
Yeah, sure.
Let's go.
Not disgusting.
Let's
All right,
go.
you ready? Give us a 30-second time. Here we go. So what's the deal here? There's a...
Grape stomping's not your thing. You can come.
I feel like I'm watching some sort of bizarre fetish. Unclean. Oh! She's actually commenting more on Fox and its use.
And Sweetie Belle should consider herself perfectly lucky that this spot is up to another run.
Way to corral some critters, sis.
I could have just asked.
Yeehaw! Way to corral some critters, sis.
You could have just asked.
I have so many logistical questions right now. None of them appropriate. CST 667. I did play the final ship. Good Lord, I really can't talk tonight. The Final Shape campaign, and saw it through to its end. Played 1.5 of the seasons that followed. And I felt a wonderful sense of closure. But it was not until Space Marine 2 came out that I finally broke my addiction to Destiny 2. Well, Shocker 27, I'm sure the sheep may be elsewhere. Actually, let's test something real quick. Sheep screenshot. Oh, I should have been more specific. Getting a lot of Grogar, old school Grogar. G4. Yes, there were sheep in, which one was it? Party Pooped. Yes, I think that might have been the last time we saw the sheep. Any other sheep? Oh, well, there's the Crystal Ewes. What's this? From growing up is hard to do? Yep, there's some Crystal Ewes caught up in the Death Storm. Yeah, Mary Drake, I am having trouble. I'm far from shipshape.
One more. And this also is me.
Okay, that's another interesting choice with the snout muzzle. See, I am having trouble with words. And you know what they say in Ponyville? Rarity's heart grew 3 sizes that day.
Oh, sweetie, I want to know your sister. What have I done? All the time.
Okay, are those lilacs she's looking at? No, not quite. Man, what kind of flowers are those? We'll see you, Shocker 27. You have a good night. Alrighty, gotta figure this out because there's symbolism to flowers. Sisterhooves Social screenshot flowers? Excuse me. Oh, no? I will find this, even if I have to comb through 14 pages. That's not so bad. I don't know. Come on, you must have it. Hyacinth? All right, Elizabeth Snowbell is thinking that they may be hyacinths. Let's give that a go. Hyacinth. I'll say this, they are a strong contender. I mean, just look at that. Look at how nice that is. Hyacinth symbolism. Power, pride, and beauty. That's rarity, to be sure. Oh, but connections of sorrow and more. Oh, yes, yes. I think you're right. I think you've cracked the code, Elizabeth. All right, I'll hang on to this. All right, but so
I could have spent with you was wasted, complaining and wishing you were gone. Woe is me. No, I must get her back. I must. Herr Celestia is my witness. I shall never be sisterless again.
all right, and now I need Citizen Kane. Pardon me a sec. Come on, wake up for me. Let's go into my dungeon of clips. Which, of course, is taking its sweet time. And we've only got 6 minutes left, I swear. Oh, Cosmin Inspira, you're speaking my language. You're talking about Hyacinth Bouquet, the lead character of Keeping Up Appearances. Well, we shall repair to the family room for repairing delights. She wants to be super high class, and no one else feels that way. Citizen Kane. I know I have Citizen Kane. Video projects. After the fact. Let's just try Citizen. That's going to take a hot minute.
Oh, hello, sister. Oh, hello, sister. What are you doing here? Better be careful. You might get some dust on you.
My goodness. You're right, Vinpai. As God is my witness is from Gone with the Wind, but the clapping from Citizen Kane. Here we are. Oh, for goodness sakes, that's going to take 4 minutes.
What are you doing here?
Now, let's see. There was also... Where was it? Community Brother? No. HarmonyCon Hearts and Hooves Day. No, that wasn't right either. Ah, dang it. I want that clip of... I'm about to end this man's entire career. There you are. From HarmonyCon and Storm of the Century. Now we're getting to the root things. Come on.
I'm about to end this. Ow. I'm about to.
Oh, you might get some dust on you.
Hello, Grimwolf. The bus station doesn't sound terribly fun. But hang in there. One more clip for the night.
Oh, sweetie Belle, I want to apologize. I am not better off without a sister. I'm not better off without a sister either. Spending the day with Applejack and Applebloom made me realize that. Oh, sweetie, you don't know how happy I am to hear you. And that's why I'm adopting Applejack as my big sister. What? What?
yes. Oh, Sherry Flappel, you got to do some packing. That'll be me this weekend as well. For Babscon, here I come. But now it seems like a good time to wind things down. Let's say goodbye to Pretzel Rocks for the time being. And, whoop, I will move this over. Oh, my goodness. Oh, what a day. What a beautiful day. So, everyone, hope it's been an entertaining bit of nonsense today, that you've had fun, and that hopefully you saw some progress even in my word salad state. But any which way, it's been a fun time for me. I've enjoyed sharing time with all of you, and I hope that you will have a great weekend. Unfortunately, I won't get to stream next week because there's already, well, I don't know if you know by now, but there's kind of a big convention going on. So I have a lot to look forward to, and I hope you do as well. Oh, but tonight I'm going to have a little bit more dinner and probably call it an evening because I am tired. Oh, Venpai, I think kids can be incredible tricksters no matter how innocent they seem. Or in fact, maybe that innocence is why they can be such good tricksters. So, for those of you who are attending Babscon, I'll look forward to seeing you. If not, I'll look forward to seeing you when I get back. But until next time, everyone, just have a great weekend, and know I'm rooting for you. Until then, be safe and be well. I'm Silver-Quill.